Hiya girls, we are Barney and Lukey and we are the hot young visionaries behind Truffle Pig Wigs.
And this is Cliffhangers, the unofficial, unrequested and unhinged RuPaul's Drag Race recap show.
The views and opinions expressed on Cliffhangers are from a couple of women who just love drag and have zero real business judging it. If you are not a fan of red-hot acidic critique, turn back now.
Public enemy number one is Barney.
Explain to them.
Well, if you listen to our last podcast episode, my laptop died, which has the sound effects on, so there'll be mouth effects now.
Nothing but quality in class here. And her face was the first brick thrown at Stonewall. It's Miss Lucrezia Gorgia.
Oh, it's really good to be part of history when so many people died.
Thank you. So many people died.
So, what you been up to this week,
Let me tell you what I haven't been up to. Celebrating the Gay High Holy Festival of Samhain / Halloween. I actually have been celebrating Samhain. That's at home alone.
That's personal practice.
That's personal. But no fucking celebrating of Gay Christmas, Halloween. As our beloved listeners know how much that means to me and Luke's. I've had the COVID.
She's had the COVID.
I was strapped down. Strapped down in my prime.
Yeah, it was a bit of a flop. Not really, because me and Maggie still had a good time, but it's like...
Maggie is the third leg of this pod.
It's like you had COVID, Kim was ill, our other friend, although like 4 days before Maggie was like, it's only me and you going out, I'm calling it now. So
I mean, we were COVID, yeah,
prepared.
Fair.
I had it fun at Halloween. We went both to be Working Men's Club.
Love,
always a pleasure. Shout out DJ Safari Phil and Warren and Charlotte, of course. Unfortunately, I went as a slutty, blasphemous nun and I had an inverted cross on my face. And 3 days later, I still can't get all of the blood off. I've now currently got on about 3 layers of Dr. Jarts, about 2 layers of concealer and some powder, and you can still see it, can't you?
You've been marked by the goats of Mendes himself.
And I thought I was going to dinner tonight, so it's hence me putting all these layers on, and then realised
You've
I'm
got
a
the
week
mark
early.
of Lucifer, Beelzebub.
I loved that time.
Oh, good.
Asmodeus.
Yeah, all the guys.
No, the best one is her voice when she goes, Lucifer. Very Norwegian.
If you had unfortunately lost the ability to speak, as so many do, what would the song that you would use to... No, you're looking very puzzled by this question and throwing your hands up. What would you use this song to best describe your last week, Luke?
It would be Fucking Work Bitch by Miss Britney Jean Spears
Betta.
In commemoration of her releasing her memoir. And I just love her so much, and God bless that bitch. If you're not much of a reader, I would recommend going and listen to the Celebrity Memoir Book Club.
Bit of meta crossover there. Podcast supporting podcast.
We give them so many shout outs, and I don't believe they're giving us any shout outs or recs.
Motherfuckers.
Those bitches. That would be mine. What would be yours?
Mine would be I Got That Poison by Nicole Scherzinger, as this silent killer, COVID, soars through my veins.
How does this song go?
I got that poison. I got that poison. Got poison on my mind.
What era is this?
This is from the era of many.
I don't remember her solo.
Really?
Why
don't I get my phone for you, Luke? Because I feel like it's a. I wouldn't say it's a gay banger, but in the world of sort of.
Because I just can't place it on the timeline.
It's definitely post PCD.
Well, obviously, but
definitely. Well,
did she have any other singles off the album?
I don't know. She must have had something. But I wouldn't say it's a banger, but it really just doesn't encapsulate.
I'm here for most things that Sherzy wants to do, to be honest.
Like what else?
You can't play like over a few seconds of music or you get shut down.
Yeah, true. What else are you here for Sherzy doing?
Just dancing around, writhing.
Right.
When she came back and when they came back and gave us fucking react. I lost my mind seeing those honeys. No, I don't know. It feels very... Let's make music in the sound of Rihanna.
And then we talk over it so that we don't get the thing.
No, I don't think I know it.
Well, do you know what? That's my song. I have got poison. I've got poison. I've got a silent, deadly killer running through my veins, and it means that I can't do anything but just because I'm that selfless to not go out and infect other people. Actually, I'm just surrounded by people that are immunocompromised. And it's... But yeah, luckily, you'll be glad to know, girlies, that as of the past... I don't know. I'm lost with our timelines now of when we're... Obviously, it's now today, but you were listening to this a week ago. It's all very confusing, but I'm negativo now, thank God. And hopefully that means I'll never, ever get it again, even though I'm triple vaxxed. But thank God as well for being someone that it doesn't... That I don't get ill from it, thank fuck. Should we talk some drags?
Let's do it. Previously on Drag Race UK.
Oh, wow.
The girly pops shared their experiences with their very own disaster classes, and some were more disastrous than others. Of course, the Geordie girls taught us a thing or two about partying and took home a badge each, whilst Naomi and Cara did not get the assignment. And sadly, Naomi got carted off back home.
I like that. Well done. This must be the season of what? The lace. The Baco lace that was flapping around that workroom. I'm sick of it.
We got to add in that Simpsons.
Oh my God.
thing.
I can't believe it. Like, I know, sorry, that is particularly nasty at coming from a wig company, but it is insane. Like, you glue your own wigs down, you sit in front of the mirror and painstakingly paint on a woman's face onto your own. Like, I know that you see the lace, girls.
It's strange, isn't it? But I guess if you're all in it together, like,
Yeah.
who cares?
Also, as well, you best fucking believe if we were on Drag Race, mine would be just, I'd be so dirty. It'd be so badly cut, so badly attacked. It'd be rolled underneath itself. I'd be like, I've got 15 minutes to get ready. The last thing I care about is this lace.
I think I'll just plop on a lovely hairband over it.
Oh yeah, 100%. Lovely hardy front.
Kate's shoes, I've got a picture in the wide shot, look like what I imagine Daisy Duck's feet look like inside her high heels. Just these gross, like, heeled flipper things. So that it made me feel queasy.
I've got to point out, there is some real tensione between Tamara and Cara at this point. It is only ever building episode to episode.
They're good friends. What do you mean?
Not your pal pointing out. Like, I don't know. It's tough. They're either so close that they're just like coming for each other. But then I'd be like, you're my friend, please don't do that on telly in front of everyone. Or
what did Tamara say? I thought it was Ginger that was fucking coming for Cara.
Wow.
Holding no prisoners. I'm obsessed.
Well, let's talk.
When you do it with such a nice, kind heart.
Coming for the ear, nose and throat. Absolutely. Just like, no, you were in the bottom because you were so bad. She was like, RuPaul thought you were really bad.
Yeah.
We all thought you were. It was like.
And like, even if Cara's trying to joke back, like, well, I don't think I was that bad. No. I can't even joke about this with you. You were terrible.
Yeah, no, really, really bad. And everyone really thought so. And then no one even jumping in and being like, oh, I didn't think she was that bad. It was like, no.
Well, she's right though. Like, once RuPaul has decided it, then like, who's to say? I'm
not going to lie, I got reheated about Untucked again. When they sort of revisited the Banksy, Vicky Vivacious, I'd forgotten about it in the 1 hour that we've taken over lunch. Between podcast sessions, and I got reheated. I thought, don't you fucking dare do that to Banksy. How embarrassing for her.
Yeah, it's not a good colour on you, darling.
Question: is Dee Lish, is she super close to getting a win? Because she said, oh, I haven't got it yet, but I'm super close.
Well, she's been in the top.
Has she?
She's been called up to be, what's the word, judged by the, yeah, and in the top half. It's been like these are the tops and the bottoms, and she's been in the top half but not, or the top third.
Well, she hasn't been safe. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So if she was in the bottom and then safe, and then if you're neither of those, then you're in the top.
Yeah.
Before we have to get Vorderman in out.
You can feel.
Speaking of, this next week.
Speaking of, classic Carol V. You can tell that it's like it's a bug underneath her skin now, isn't it? You can tell that it's starting to really wind her up. But
I'm looking at you blankly because I've forgotten what actually we're talking about.
Dee-Dee-Lish.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, yes, it is
no,
a bug.
definitely sounds like it. It's a new donkey day in the workroom.
It's a new day in workroom. I was fucking dying at Vicky's whole confusion about like having a ball and partaking in a wall. And it really reminded me of someone that we both know who would act like that, just like literally just waiting for anything to jump onto for a chance to show off. Do you know who I mean? Mouth it to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we'll start releasing a video version of this that just like really goes behind the scenes so you can see. Yeah. She can see all the nasty things that we're whispering to each other. I was absolutely dead. Tamara seems like the sweetest bitch, but also the sort of girl that like makes a joke in your face that is so dead serious, but she laughs while she's saying it. She's like, you are really bad at drag.
He was like, she's being friendly, but there's something not friendly about
Hard
this.
to know whether she's smiling or not because I can't see the teeth.
What is that though? Is that like a known? What is that? Do we need to get like?
It's just about how you're set
Doctor,
up.
what's his name? The one my dad loves, the blonde doctor,
What the gay one?
Dr. Christian or something.
Oh no, he's the guy that there was a big expose on him because he was on Grindr, like having like big like meth parties, and he does like embarrassing bodies or whatever, and just be like, he does loads of things about sexual health, and he was just apparently having these like huge,
Well, no one knows better than him then. He's getting stuck in the field work.
just having like loads of like G and meth orgies at his house, and it was like,
There's one thing.
think a doctor. I don't know.
There's one thing I know from knowing people that have been friends of doctors is they got the hookup for the good drugs.
Yeah.
So
I'll
always
be
trust
on
the
the
doc.
morph.
Shall we talk about the reading challenge? RuPaul comes in and the library is open.
Out of 10, what would you give this reading challenge?
There was only one read that I literally died at.
What? Not Michael Maruli. That is the
Yes.
oldest fucking... I've heard that joke maybe 10 times. That is the oldest fucking drag read
Still
ever.
funny.
Yeah. I mean, I just as soon as she said it, I was like, oh. And I knew if there was any bitch that would come with like rehearsed, they're like Liverpool reads. You're damn right. Do you know what I mean? That's like end of the pier, old school drag. Like,
I mean, a good joke's a good joke.
Yeah.
I came up with a read. Unfortunately, it's for Banksy. The only other one I could think of was for Naomi, more like, no, cart her off, but I kind of used that in the intro. So
what was your Banksy one?
like, Banksy. No surprise why you chose that name, because that paint job is criminal.
That's good.
It
That's
is
good. In a
It's not
surprise
true.
to everyone. Okay, so do you know what my first thing is? Ginger, don't hot yourself up to the girls that you're super prepared. Be like, I've been writing horrible things about these girls. I know that it was a kind of a jokey read, but it's also as well like.
But wasn't that in confessional as well? I thought.
Yeah, but you're still setting yourself up that you're really prepared for it. You know, most girls will be like, oh, let's just go and see what happens.
Oh, but not only to us.
Yeah, but
Only,
we're
only
still-
lifting up the curtain.
Yeah, I don't want to take a peek behind the big curtain though.
I was finding that Vicky was giving me big, like, Alexis Michelle, overtly pig dog sexual
Which
energy.
is weird because no one does Alexis Michelle like Alexis Michelle.
I wonder if she
like,
fucked, who was she trying to fuck?
oh, God, please. The world
What's
does
her
not like to
name?
think of
With the
Alexis
bags.
Michelle as sexual.
Her with
Lala.
Yeah.
Wah! Grim. Alexis Michelle, apparently, I saw on Twitter that the reason that people clocked that Alexis Michelle was on All Stars is because she disappeared from Grindr, and apparently she's so prolific on Grindr in her area, what's the woof one? Like scruff. Is scruff where you woof on people? I don't know.
I don't know. Isn't that a brand of boxers or something?
Scruff. I also hate when gays are like, oh, I don't know, as if it's just like, as if they're like really above like apps.
Well, no, it's because they've got like 60. They can't remember the names for all
That
of
is
them.
genuinely why it is for me. It's just like, I can't keep up. Are you howling? Are you woofing? Are you scruffing? Yeah. There's also a piss one as well. For the
Just
guy.
for piss
No,
alone?
there's a newer one that I saw about on Twitter that's just like, it's
Yellow
like,
tinted lenses.
It's for,
that's what I call it.
no, there's a newer one that's for cruising. That's like no pictures, just like I am here, come fuck me.
Sure.
Which does exactly what it says on the tin, my girlies. Get in our inbox if you have more information on that, because I can't remember any dates. But add us on. You'll see us.
Like,
See us around the
not
King's
just
Cross
being,
area.
like losers, but like message us about anything. We'd love to hear.
We do love to hear from the
Sex
girlies.
tips,
We
if
do
you've got
love,
any
yeah.
problems, season 5 now. This is the 4th season of me begging to answer your agony aunt problems.
We love the messages from the girlies. It's a real highlight. Can I point out one thing made me very uncomfortable?
See?
When Dee Delicious was like, I'm the one, at least I have a personality. It was like, that's your best mate.
Yeah.
Like,
She's not even here.
You couldn't pay me to go on telly and like cuss out my best mate for people that I don't know.
Actually, no, that was a retort. That wasn't her read, was it? That was her like biting back at someone.
Yeah, she was like, no, she was like, and Crystal Versace. And she was like, no. She's like, I actually have a personality. It was like,
Yeah, sure. But I mean, like,
Okay.
it's not like that was one of her reads. Like, people say I'm this, but she wasn't like just cussing Crystal. It was like as a reaction to someone else.
Yeah, but is
still.
is that the thing that comes to your mind when someone mentions your friend?
Yeah,
I would be like, well,
Yeah, like, you better run, bitch. I'm winning then, I guess.
And also, I'd be like, don't mention Crystal's name. Like, the bitch actually won. Like, you don't have any connection with her. Do you know what I mean? That's something.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
use Crystal's power and how good she is against that person that had insulted me. Not like, also fuck Crystal. So, what?
Yeah.
Very strange.
So, obviously, we haven't actually mentioned any of Kate's reads, but they were great.
Absolutely great. Do you know what I didn't love? She is so ugly. It just seems a lot. It seems like there's been a lot of she is very ugly comments.
I think it's just like when you land on a thing, you know that people find funny and the person doesn't mind. It's like Michelle's a whore, RuPaul's old. Do you know what I mean? It's just like if Kate's already been like, yeah, it's fine, I'm the ugly gal, then you know that's a...
But the thing is, like, saying someone's a whore is like, loads of people call themselves whore. It's funny, like, whatever. Like, that's not really a read, being like, oh, she's a whore.
No, but like, it's like a safe one.
Saying someone is ugly is just like, that's the sort of thing that someone would then take away, be like, wow, people think
I don't know
ugly.
if it's that... Firstly, I don't think Kate would care that much. And also, if you're painting a different face onto your face, like, can you really take that as a personal insult about being ugly? It's like, but that's not what I look like.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, Katie B1.
Do you know who would be laughing at that joke, though? Tamara. Because boy, is she going to laugh at herself. Loved her. I just, to be honest, I'm sorry to go back to it. There must have been some late night Viagra pumping through Vicky Vivacious's veins when she read them things. As soon as like, what, you've done 2 reads and they're both about wanting to fuck. It's like, ooh, there was a strange energy settled in the room then. She's like, am I going to fuck you or feed you?
Yeah, it's like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, it's like, are you making a joke that she's thin, or you're going to fuck, or you just want to fuck her? It was like,
or like, are you
funny.
keeping her captive? Like, is that what you're going to do?
Yeah. And then who else did she want to fuck? Oh, I wouldn't even care how big your dick was because I'd sit on your nose. It's like,
Banksy, yeah.
No, I think that was about Tamara. Banksy was the fuck or feed. It was Tamara Thomas.
Yeah,
but she'd started with being like, your body's so sexy. It was like, oh my God, like, again, you've been locked away for what, like 2 weeks at this point?
Well, you know, her
wank in the
and
shower.
her fiance are open.
I bet they are. Yeah, I just felt a bit uncomfortable about this folklore of how ugly Catherine Butch is because I need it to go. I need her to win like a beauty challenge.
Yeah.
And just so they can all shut the fuck up. Let's not get too comfy with that. Should we talk the big P?
Pant-Oh, she better don't. The rusical.
Pant-Oh, she better do. First of all, I don't even need to ask what role you would want to be because it's right there.
Would you know what my second favourite role would be?
No. Oh, not the alarm going off. What was your second favourite?
The milkmaid.
Oh, yeah. A great role for you. A great role for you. But
obviously top role, the villain.
Not Lisa Thought Lee.
No, I don't want to do that fucking choreo.
Oh, damn. I just thought just her being, what do they, immortalised in Pant-Oh land.
Stairs, that was good.
That was good. I liked that.
That was a good lol.
So your number one would be the villain?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what? I would want to be the fairy godmother, the narrator. She had all the good shit.
Well, yeah, that would be my third choice, but the thing that would hold me back is how much script there would be. But first of all, Pant-Oh's thoughts. Love them, hate them, can't even spell them.
Absolutely fucking love them. Obsessed with them. Now, lean in, girlies, because we're about to get intimate and personal. I love Christmas so much. I basically love any holidays where people get dressed up and or decorations and or there's vibes, general vibes. But I fucking love Christmas.
It's like lovely religious vibes.
Yeah. I just love when we can just all get into church together and just praise the high G. No, I love Christmas because there's so many parties. Everyone's always drinking. Like, it's like, oh, like, do you want to meet up with me and just go like drink in a pub all because we're cold? Like, absolutely.
Hey, loser, get in. We're losing 6 months off our lifespan.
Literally that. Also, presents, like loads of presents. And I just have like a back-to-back calendar of just sick shit in Christmas. That month, we be doing shit. And I love New Year's. So I say all that to say, Pant-Oh is a big part of my... I go see A Christmas Carol at the Old Vic every year, and I go see a motherfucking pantomime, even though I haven't for the past 2 years, because thank you, COVID.
What was COVID? What was this issue last year?
No, sorry. Then I did last year, but not for 2 years. But love to see it. Hackney Empire pantomime, absolutely fantastic. I'm going to see the Palladium pantomime this year. I just love them. Get tanked up and go to a panto.
Palladium.
Why not? Just
Like
bad
the
vibes.
stage is so low, like it's like meant to be like such an old theatre, but it just feels really just like someone's living room or something. Do you know what I mean?
You want a raised stage?
Well, higher than my shin, yeah. Like, don't you think it's weird?
No.
Oh, I do. It creeped me out.
Oh, okay. Were you sitting right at the front?
No.
Oh.
I was right at the back when we went to see some comedian. What's his name? Can't remember. And then we were kind of like in the middle when we went to see Miss Cracker, weren't we?
Mm. Was that at the Palladium?
Yeah.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah, I know.
God, what a shit show that was. So boring. There's one point I would have died for her, and that was the night that the love fully died.
Would you say that you've ever seen a drag queen show and been like, this is fucking amazing?
Yeah, but they're not normally full 2-hour shows. The worst thing about this was in the fucking break, because it was all about celebrating women. And it was literally just like vox pops of different women talking about other women for like 40 minutes. It's like, I just want to see this bitch do a somersault and go. Like,
yeah, I don't need, especially like when other women are just like, look, this is not what we want.
yeah.
I don't need to be
Please don't
celebrated.
speak for us.
I don't need to be celebrated. The only times I've ever seen a drag queen show and I've been like, this is absolutely amazing, is seeing Violet, seeing Sasha, and seeing the Boulet brothers. They're the only times that I've been like, this is sick.
I mean, like, Violet was really cool, but like, I don't know.
Oh, it was a great show.
It was great, but I don't think it's just a different, like, that was
Also,
these shows like are produced shows. It's not just someone doing one number and going. Like, there's like a whole story behind it and stuff, isn't there? Or like a sort of...
So was Violet. We went to see Violet.
I'm talking about Violet.
Oh, sure. And also...
So but those shows are just on a different level.
Sure.
Anyway.
No, but I mean, like, performances, the only times I've ever seen a queen perform and I've been like, fuck, wow. And also Hungry. Do you remember seeing Hungry and being like...
No, I wasn't there.
Oh my God, Hungry was amazing.
Anyway,
we
back
digress.
to this Panto.
What do you think about Panto?
Used to always go and see them every Christmas with my granny in Barnstable.
Yeah.
But actually watching this gave me a real flashback to just how, like, you know, when like how oh my God, spit it out, bitch. When Butterface comes on, creeps round, and they're like, he's behind you.
The stress of it.
Like, why aren't they turning around? Why are you looking every fucking which way then behind you? You've got like
dyspraxia,
3,000 people shouting, he's behind you. And they,
do you have any idea what it's like to have 3,000 people shouting and screaming for you? Because I do. It's terrifying. You can't hear the words. You just hear, it's a wall of noise. And also you've got the panic of, you're being followed. Like, oh, it's terrible.
Well, you don't know because you're just walking around.
Have you ever been in a panto?
No.
Oh my God. I've been in so many. It cracked me up when Tamara was like, I've been in lots of them. I was like, I bet she's panto girl all over. I bet she's been on cruises and I bet she's done panto. I used to do pantos so much when I was younger.
What ones have you been? Are you like ensemble or do you get a name?
Well, when I was younger, when I was like sort of 9 or 10, I used to do pantos as like the kids. But not like
the village kids.
Yeah, but not like, that's obviously not a proper job. But then when I was like 16, 17, 18, I think the 3 years before I went to Erdang, I did like as a proper job, as a professional job, as one of the older dancers. And then you have to understudy one of the parts. And I think I was definitely in Cinderella and I understudied Buttons. And then I was in classic fucking one. I was in Aladdin as well, but I can't remember who I understudied. I've done quite a few, but they are so jokes. Although
isn't it so much work?
Well, the worst thing about them is there is always a show on Christmas Day and Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
People are still pantoing in the new year.
Some of the pantos go from like mid-November to mid-January.
Wow.
But they are paid quite well if you're with a good company. Quite a sick job. And it's fucking easy. Because it's just kids. Kids don't give a shit what you look like. But fuck them kids. Are you aware of the lovely and talented Dane Chalfin's work?
No.
As he is a very, very famous...
Who is he? Where have you grabbed this from?
He was the fat guy on the piano.
Sure. We moved into the singing rehearsal, have we? Segues are just so smooth.
Sorry. Let's go back. Did you have anything else to say? Sorry.
Yeah, I did,
Oh, go on.
actually.
You fucking talk and tell, bitch. Talk and tell.
I thought Lisa Thotley would be a really good like mashup Halloween character. And my favourite Lisa look would be from The Way You Make Me Feel, where they're just Regency, but she's got bright blue hair and braces.
Yeah.
It's classic. And I thought it was weird when they're like, this is going to be the best show ever. And Dee Dee's like, oh, no, it's not. And instead of them going, oh, yes, it is, they were like, oh, what do you mean?
That was the joke. They were double bluffing you.
Really?
She was like, oh, yes, it is. And it's like, because then they were like,
I don't think they clocked.
not a soul can clock.
Not a soul can clock. So, maybe we mosey on into the recording studio booth.
Would you say you're aware of the lovely and talented Dane Chelfин's work?
Of course.
He is a
Noted
supernova.
musician.
Yeah, noted musical guest. He is a singing teacher for, well, I don't think you'd call him a singing teacher. I think you'd call him like sort of a vocal expertise master. For many pop stars. But also, he does all...
I feel like pub stars.
Pub stars, you know. Jane McDonald and Subo... ... We'll talk about her later.
Oh.
And yeah, he's just very famous, and he does a lot of the MDing for lots of the West End shows.
MD, MA.
Musical director. We never got on the MB.
MB.
Yeah, we said we were going for the second episode.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, lovely to see him. Question. Who the fuck is gay and has never seen a musical? Oh, what? You like drama, dance, costume, finery, elegance, like, and you've never seen a musical?
I don't understand.
No, like...
Or Pant-Oh.
Like, grow up. Like,
Yeah.
what is wrong with you? Never seen a musical.
It's fine to see it and not like it. But how can you just never even... How can High School Musical not have crossed your path?
My brother
haven't
is
seen it.
straight and works with lorries. You're damn fucking chipper that he's seen Oliver. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's seen Moulin Rouge with every other self-respecting straight man.
Who got dragged to it by his MRS.
Yeah. And that just absolutely blows my mind. I cannot imagine how you grow up in a gay world and never come across a musical.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, well.
Maybe that's the new generation.
The question
Barney.
on everyone's due for Dan.
I really enjoyed Michael and Vicky putting the harm in harmony.
I thought you would.
Should we see if we can do it? I wish.
What is the words?
I wish we could quit Pant-Oh land.
Right, starting on two notes, don't practice it. 6, 7, 8. I wish I could quit Pant-Oh land. Lovely.
Better than theirs.
And that is music.
It's very reminiscent of Gonna roast and toast.
Gonna roast and toast and
tan
tan with you.
The best bit of TV that's ever existed ever.
There is absolutely nothing funnier, absolute comedy genius, than people with a crowd of other people watching them who can also sing, them trying to find harmony. Mm-hmm. Gonna roast and toast and tan with you, with you, with you, with you. Absolute comic genius.
Anything else to say about the singing, or do we move into the dance?
No, let's move into the dance.
Are you a Strictly gal? I get loads of Strictly gals on this, don't they? They always seem like such fun time girlies.
Well, they're ballroom dancers, so you know that they're gay. So there's that. That's the meeting of two minds.
Even the ladies?
Gay dancers. Well, no, but they're gay adjacent because they're ballroom dancers.
Gay Jason.
Gay adjacent, yeah. Surrounded by gayness.
Yeah.
Like Craig
like a
Revel
little
Horwood.
nucleus in the egg of gay. I really enjoyed that move they were trying to get the milkmaid to do through the legs.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do it though. Literally, when this dude like, just hold yourself up in this sort of side plank position, be like, darling.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, they clearly cut it as well.
Yeah, clearly. It's very simple. She also, as well, she exhibited one of my least favourite, Vicky, one of my least favourite rehearsal energies when people are like, oh, now I'm really annoyed at myself. Like, when people get annoyed at themselves in rehearsals, it's like, that is only going to make it harder for you. Like, let's not be annoyed at ourselves. Like, let's try and
but
get
I mean, it's easily done.
Yeah, I know.
She gets it. Oh, so I thought you had a McDonald's bag over there. I was like, oh, what? How did I miss this? Although boycotting McDonald's.
Yeah, we probably need to boycott Subway as well.
I haven't checked, probably.
Yeah.
I can't drink Coke or Pepsi these days.
Just have to snort it then.
I know. Yeah. Elimination Day.
Yeah. Oh, let me tell you, it broke my absolute heart when Ginge got Mosh.
She's such a lovely gal.
I know. All I want to do is I want to sit on her lap and have a big hug. All the time. All the time. I love her. I watched the episode with a straight person.
Who?
Adela.
Name and shame.
Adela.
I thought they were a little bit gay.
They're not.
Wow.
They're 100% straight. But they're...
I really don't like it, Kathy.
But they're a really nice person.
Okay.
And
Remains to be seen.
They have, like, they matter. And I'm friends with them. And I'll say that in public.
Well, thank God at least they're non-binary, at least.
And they were having a lot of sort of chime-ins about the episode. And they just turned to me and went, they seem really nice, Ginger. They just seem like a really nice person. I was like, see, even to someone that doesn't watch it and doesn't get it, just like the kindness exudes from the screen.
It's oozing from every pore.
Yeah.
What do you think about drag story time?
I think I don't. To be honest, I don't really ever see it. Like I've never known it in real. I've never seen it in real life anywhere. But love the idea of it. Love like, oh, what your kids like. What fucking blows my mind? It's not 14-year-olds going to drag story time. It's like 3-year-olds, and it's like, oh, so your kids watch like Peppa Pig and watch. What else do kids watch?
Teletubbies.
Yeah, they watch these things with like
What
giant,
if they want
giant
to grow into like a red furry thing with like a coat hanger on its
What if they
head?
want to be a furry when they're older?
Well, that's a whole different story.
What, like, they like look at these things and love like Poe from the Teletubbies. Is that even going? I don't know. We're so out of touch with the kids.
It's all right. They're back now.
So
The Renaissance.
Have they?
Yeah.
And that's obviously who they love and who they like really their heart goes to. So then it's like then you can get they don't look at Ginger Johnson in a bright purple wig and big widow twanky outfit being like, that is a man dressed up as a woman. They're just like seeing bright colours, big cartoon face. Like it's like
Fun and happy.
Yeah, it's like you wouldn't look at someone that was dressed up as like I'm trying to think of like a kids. There must be like a kids show where they are like human.
All I can think of is fucking
Rosie
and Jim, and they are not. They're terrifying.
And all I can think of is that bitch from Arthur, Helga. Do you know what I mean?
That's Hey Arnold.
Sure. If your kids were like dressed up, say you went to see someone, there was like someone dressed up as Rosie and someone dressed up as Jim.
Or like those fucking famous people that like sing the silly songs, those American
Kids Bop.
No, they kind of like that's like covers. These are like they make like songs for kids. They do like massive like arena tours and stuff.
Oh wow!
Like the Wiggles. That's just men.
Is it
doing silly songs?
And it's like they don't look at these kids.
Although, should we be looking into that?
They don't look at these. They don't look at them and think like these are. They don't gender them. So it's like it's so fucking nuts that you think this 3-year-old is like, hold on a second, is that an Adam's apple I see? Like they just look at it and see colour. And so I think it's honestly insanity that we even have these conversations.
I mean, like a world where everyone fucking hates kids. Like you should be happy
Including
that
us.
someone wants to put on some effort and like entertain some children.
Yeah,
I don't want to fucking do
You
it.
should be glad we even go in the fucking same room as them.
But I just feel like the whole like hypocrisy of boomers really just pissed me off. Like you're fine with Mrs. Brown's Boys and Pant-Oh, but like
Yeah.
I think it's because
And you love Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, but it's like these are all just old, ugly women that aren't going to trick them into maybe like, oh my God, I think that drag queen's attractive. Am I gay now? I think it's literally all down to that. Like they can take it if it's these like dowdy, old kind of washerwoman characters that aren't sexy. But the moment they try and make them a bit young or attractive, then it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like that's crazy.
It's almost like they're absolutely happy if these women that you embody have no power.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If they have, like, if you look at someone like Tace, for example, you're like, that is a sexy woman that, like, men would turn their heads at and be like, what the fuck? Like, I want to have sex with her. Do you know what I mean? And it's like they can't bear the thought of a man, because dressing up as a woman is the ultimate betrayal to manhood anyway. It's like, how dare you, like, not choose your man? Like,
not being fucked by another man.
Well, I mean, there's many layers to it.
I saw a meme and it's like, sorry, is there anything more manly than getting fucked by another man? Like, are you joking? That's as manly as it gets.
Yeah, I mean, if you want it to be more manly, don't use lube. Like, get a little pain with your pleasure.
Yeah.
You know? Like, what more do you want?
I've got a question for you.
Please.
So Ginger was being like, without Pant-Oh, like I wouldn't have even known of a gay person. Like, obviously you've always been loud and proud, out gay human. Do you remember?
Since when?
Well, I thought you said your parents always knew you were sure. Do you remember like ever meeting your first other gay person?
Yeah, I had loads of gay people that I knew at school.
But primary or like secondary? Do you remember like Being like, oh my God, this person's the same as me kind of thing.
No. I remember the first time, I remember realising I was gay. I can remember, I had a girlfriend at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Shout out, Gemma. Sorry about it. I'm still, your heart will move on. I can remember having a girlfriend at the time and then being like, oh God, I just don't fancy girls at all. And then I can remember
How old
one
are you
time,
at this point?
I don't know. I want to say like 9 or 10. And then I can remember I was in the toilet of my old house, probably laying down a fucking doozy. And then I can remember being like, I can remember thinking like, I think I'm gay. And I knew what gay was. And I was like, I think I'm gay. I was like, I think I fancy boys.
Okay, so you were aware of gay before you realised. I would have thought that you were just like, I suppose you knew, I don't know really what
I can remember thinking it was, I knew of the concept of gay people. And I knew that it was...
Before you knew you were one of them.
Yeah, and I can remember thinking, when I realised I was gay, I can remember thinking it was so funny. I can remember being like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm gay. Oh my God, I'm gay. Like, and I can remember thinking like,
well,
oh my God, I'm
everyone's just like, oh, that's gay. You're like, lol, like, I'm actually gay.
Yeah, I can remember just being like, I'm going to have to tell people. And I was never, like, it never bothered me at all. I never was scared or anything, but like, I can remember just being like, oh my God, I'm going to have to tell people that I'm like, and just thinking it was so funny being like, I'm going to have to sit people down and be like, oh my God, just so you know, I'm gay.
And they were like, yeah.
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 Well, obviously, I did the thing of my
Mother, father, please sit down. I have to word with you.
my best friend at the time, I sat down and I was like, Rochelle, I think I might be bisexual. She was like, I don't think you are. And I was like, no, I'm pretty sure I'm bisexual. She was like, I'm pretty sure you're gay. And I was like,
You're like, oh.
I was like, so what? Like, let me talk this through. Like, when you're bisexual, like, you like men. She was like, yeah, but like only men. And I was like, yeah, but like, aren't you bisexual and then you're gay? Like, and she was like, it's not transitory.
Yeah.
She's like, no, you're gay. And I was like, right. Okay.
So like earning your swimming badges.
Yeah. So I wasn't very bi for very long, was I? I was like, about 15 seconds.
What happens after gay? That's what I want to know.
Oh, I think you just like fully morph into Satan. That's what I'm hoping.
Hopefully.
1806, first pantomime dame, can you believe? Because let me tell you, when someone was like, pantomime dames, they've been around for literally decades. I was like, I don't think that's true. Let me go look at that. And it has been around for, they were right, 2 decades.
Decades? You mean centuries?
Centuries, sorry, that's what they were like. It's been around for literally centuries.
Yeah, I was like 400 years at one point. I was like, I don't know.
Well, 200, but okay.
Do you know what I've really loved, just before we take a break?
What do you love? Just like a sweet treat in the evening after a cup of tea.
It's just making me miss my vapes.
Yeah.
Just when they're showing all like the rails with like the character names on and stuff. We never get to see that usually. Real like BTS.
Yeah, it's very showbiz.
Like the smell of the grease paint.
Oh, there ain't nothing like the buzz of live theatre as that. Should we take a break?
Do I do the sound or have you got it?
I've got it.
All right.
Let me tell you something, you ugly bitch.
Here, Lucrezia La Bumba Clap. Big Ben is built on a clay floor and is now leaning over so far that it is now visible, the lean on it. And in 4,000 years, it will be at the angle of the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
That's not a very quick lean, is it?
No, and also, it's only been there for like 180 years or something.
Really?
So it's already, us British building, not great.
They'll have you believe that we're the greatest.
At what?
Nothing.
Like, what are we good at?
Just like colonising, I guess.
Yeah,
but I don't
so
really want a part of that.
Ugh. Let's talk main stage. What did you think about the main stage?
I quite like this little cocktail dress on Rue. It's very fun, very festive.
It looked like cable ties though. Like a
Oh,
whole
it
fringe
reminded me of those like long skinny tinsels you like just put on the tree.
Yeah.
Like that.
Love Shelley's hair, so cute and glam. I love when she does. I know you're going to say it's a bit mumsy, but if you're a young girl, you can pull that off.
I think it's more less the chin length or the jaw length, the more kind of like the width of the hair, and then with the period clothing as well.
And the 16-year-old face. Like, it's all very confusing.
Gorgeous.
A lot of eras. Can I ask you a question? Are you aware of the work of the lovely and talented Kush Jumbo?
Of course I'm fucking not.
I've never heard of the bitch.
Oh, you as well? Okay,
When they were like, the star of stage and screen, Kush Jumbo. I was like, who the
I
fuck
felt like
is this
maybe I
bitch?
recognised her face a bit, but then is that from next week we have?
I mean, I was going to Google who Kush Jumbo was. I mean,
that
I
would
don't
have been
even...
good vigilant podcasting if
It
you
would
did.
have. But as a girl that is not only on the scene and not in the, I'm in the industry, like, Who is she?
Fine, tell us.
She's in The Good Fight. She's in Stay Close. She's in Vera. She's in The Good Wife.
I've heard of The Good Wife's Americans. That's pretty big time.
Yeah. But no, fuck it. She's OBE.
What?
She's OBE.
Well, that's very well. Then we don't need to know people that the Queen likes.
Oh, I do know who she is.
What? From what?
I do know who she is. I've seen her. She was Mark Anthony and Julius Caesar.
Wow, gender bending.
Yeah. Oh, you know how it loves the bending. It's all bending in the Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I did. I saw her in it. Oh, yeah. No, I know who she is.
That's even worse then, isn't it? You've
Yeah.
literally seen her perform on stage.
I have seen approximately 10,000 people perform on stage.
True.
And I don't think she was very famous at that point. That was 10 years ago as well. So let's talk Pant-Oh, She Better Do, the Rusical. What were your thoughts?
En general, I quite enjoyed it.
I quite enjoyed it as well. I thought it was so dumb and so stupid in the way that only Pant-Oh can be.
Yeah, I think this is actually what the writers... This is their like happy ground. When they try and do, like, do you remember that fucking American Horror Story one, which could have been so good? Like a lot of time they get bogged down. I think trying to make it a bit better than it needs to be. It's like Pant-Oh is the level for the jokes.
It should be
that
dumb, stupid, and like no one can act in it, so you don't need to see the acting chops.
Yeah, and like I feel like a lot of time in the acting challenges, there seems to be like unnecessary scenes where it goes on for too long. But this kind of just seemed to be just like to the point. This is happening. Go, go, go. Finish. We're done.
Yeah. Let's call a spade a spade. Katie B, fab.
Fantastic.
Fab opener, fab character.
I thought she was a shoo-in for her or Michael. I thought were the top two.
No, over Ginger.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
I thought Ginger
You're
had
mad.
a great number, but as soon as Michael came out, I was like, that my friend is Pant-Oh. I feel like he fully understood literally every...
He got the memo.
Yeah, like every move he made,
I actually didn't love him.
every choice he made was like perfect Pant-Oh. And he was wearing that fucking Vicky B wig again.
Oh my God. We'll get to it.
At least he had the grace to glue it down. But one thing quickly,
Yeah.
in the opening number, I was like, oh wow, big production number. They've got backing dancers. There's only blood Tamara in her stairs outfit. I thought
was
that was
fab.
just... She really dances.
The girl can put a couple of moves together,
Plie-ing
can't she?
around like nobody's business.
Right, let's talk about the commitment to the Webster Vicky. It's a Vicky and a Bobby. A Bobby is the slightly longer cut. They have warned them that there's been 5 episodes so far. Someone's been wearing one on every single
What
one.
were the others?
Between Kate wore one time in
What?
Ginger. She wore one of it slicked back.
Sure.
And then, yeah. The commitment to them. They have been... This is why we can't get hold of any of them. Truly, such a hilarious wig. And I feel like Michael Maruli's worn one on the runway every single week.
No.
She loves a bob wig.
Hers are bigger than that. Hers are bigger than a Bobby.
Okay.
Are there really this many? Well, I'm sure there's not as many as in Drag Race, but like I was introduced to Eurotrash at a very young age.
Yeah.
My dad, I don't think ever tried to be like, maybe I shouldn't say these things in front of a child. Like,
Questionable parenting.
I feel like I've known about sex and genitals for a long time. So I can't believe that. Were there that many like jokes going over my head as a child? I don't
Oh my
remember
God,
it.
yeah.
I don't remember it being like.
Well, that's because that's why they're funny.
But how can it go over my head? I know what fucking pussy is.
Because the double entendre is that like it's when you're young, you're not hearing it.
But I would be. We'd be.
But when
joking
someone
about
says,
people's-
"Oh, her pussy's very wet," you wouldn't like. As a kid, you're like, you take it on face value. You like the pussy is wet. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's only an adult that you're like, "Oh, they're saying something but meaning another."
I get that, but yeah, surely like. My dad sings songs about anginas and vaginas. Like I know like body parts. I watch Eurotrash. I know what dick and pussy are.
But I don't think you were watching Eurotrash. I think for Pant-Oh is for like under 10s. You weren't watching Eurotrash at under 10, were you?
Honestly, who knows?
Truly. Who raised you? The main saboteur and villain of that show was Michael Maruli's teeny tiny top hat. Oh my God.
That's not his fault.
That is absolutely, it needs to be in jail. Him and the hat needs to be in jail for that look.
He was so good in the duet.
He was very good at this style, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Very, very good.
I feel like, are you a professional pantomime actor?
well. I mean, his style is quite Pant-Oh. Like, his style is quite, like, flashy and, like, that. I had a bit of an epiphany when I was watching this. D-Delicious, her paint in this was exactly, I even looked at a photo of it to reference it, the shape of it was Ellie Diamond paint.
That kind of V down the nose.
V down the nose, the arch of the shadow that's like essentially like a brow.
Can you add on to your notes that you're going to have to put a compare and contrast?
Yeah, it was... I was like, that's a fucking Ellie Diamond makeup. And then I was like, oh yeah, Ellie Diamond did a Pant-Oh Dame, didn't she? And then I was like, that's the difference between them two. Ellie Diamond's paint is so severe and she's so painted.
Well, they had a whole Pant-Oh runway that year, didn't they? Because that was when Bimini was like the little baby doll.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was just trying to think, what did Tasty do? What did Ahura do? Oh,
Tasty
Ahura
did
did
like a fairy
proper,
godmother, and it was honey.
Oh yeah, she did kind of
I don't like to say
Kylie.
anything about Taste, but
She did a kind of Kylie. Taste has been brought up on this pod more times.
no,
than,
bad about Taste.
No, but I know, but she's been brought up on this pod today more times
60
than
times, so
more times than
sure it's fine.
series. The member of, either of the members of Stairs, it had LG written all over it. You would have absolutely slaughtered them.
No,
parts.
that was too much fast choreo for me. My limbs can't move that far.
No, I think you'd have been
I'm
fab.
at 1 and 2. I'm not a...
It was actually very, very simple. They were just both going quite hard. It was both, like, loads of just repeated things. I think you would have killed it.
No, I would have wanted to be Butterface.
Tamara's bass voice in that song was making me scream.
That's literally my next note. Like some sort of Stepford husband voice coming out
so
of her.
fucking jokes.
I really like the move when they all sort of moved as a nucleus from one side of the stage to the other. But then,
You love a bit of group movement, didn't you?
But like Vicky's feet were off the ground. They were just like carrying her. Did you see? Well, that was good.
Thought Ginger was so fab. Absolute standout for me. Thought she was so good.
Great. The mooing was really good.
Yeah.
Makes
Funny.
me think, let me hear
nice
some
voice.
of your farmyard animals, because I think I'm quite good at
Are
farmyards.
you? Okay, can I just sort of... Can you vox pop them for me?
I'll try.
Okay, chicken. 4 out of 10.
I was never even
Pig.
considering poultry. So, really what I think I can do good is a sheep and a cow.
Okay, pig. Yeah, okay. The slaughter of a pig. Cow. Sheep. Horse. That was the best. That was a 9 out of 10. That was the best so far. It was like a Sarah Jessica Parker convention in here.
Oh, lovely. I just thought, Ginger looked and sounded great. She just looked like a headliner singing the main number of the show.
Yeah, and it makes me think Caramel really kind of fought for this at the beginning. Do we think that in any world that she would have been as
Well,
good
when I was talking
as
about
Ginger?
it, Ginger's like, I do sing in my shows, as if Cara had been like, because I'm a singer bitch. I was thinking, is she a singer? Does she sing?
Perhaps.
Maybe.
You know what we were talking about in the last episode? You know, kind of she's just like, oh, I would kill that because I'm a diva. Like I can do a number. But it's like, no, she writes shows.
Yeah.
She sings. She's an actor.
It's not
it's
like doing a lip sync to a Beyonce song. Like this is...
it's not just like, you don't just get points for enthusiasm. It's like, do you have the skill set? Rather than you just being like, I have loads of confidence. It's like, do you have the skill set to be doing this, which Ginger does? Which, I mean, fair, Cara might do. I don't know. I've only ever seen her do, only ever seen her lip sync.
Yeah, same.
Right, I need to poke with a red hot poker. I think Banksy's was recorded. I don't think it was live.
Really?
Yeah. Go back and listen to it.
Nah.
I don't think, I'm 95% sure.
Would you think it was even worse and then they, like, in edit put in a test record or something?
No idea. But there's a very noticeable difference, I think, between the vocals that they are, because they'll obviously take it after, they'll record the vocals separately and then master them and give
They weren't singing live?
yeah, but because it's on TV, they'll take it and they'll fiddle with them to make them sound better.
Oh, short post, not during.
In post, but unless Banksy is an insanely good singer, which I don't know, maybe she is, it sounded like it was pre-recorded. It didn't sound like it was live.
Just the song or the talking as well?
Just the song. There was something about, I'm going to go back and listen to it now, but when I was watching it, I was like, this isn't live. This isn't, they haven't even tried to make it sound live. I don't know, something strange about it. Because
She looked fucking insane though.
and I wonder whether she's got the type of voice that actually, like, when you fiddle with it a bit, that actually it just sounds really, really good. Maybe. Because they've released it on iTunes, so they must have.
They released the whole thing on iTunes.
But that's what I mean. So they must have like fucked with the vocals enough that they can put it out. It's not going to sound like some like shitty unmixed live performance, surely.
I don't know. I'm not buying it.
I'm not buying it either. But yeah, loved it. Should we go on to the runway?
Well, no, I haven't said anything about Banksy's performance.
I wish you would.
I thought that she looked amazing. I loved that scrawny little brown wig of hers. Just like looked so gross. But yeah, it was just really sad that literally as soon as the music started, her energy dropped like 70%. She went from being this fucking all-powerful bitch to just sort of like, it's almost like she was embarrassed.
Yeah, I agree.
He's doing your little, he's ignoring what I'm saying so he can do his lame fucking Be Now or whatever it's
No, I was
called.
actually taking a photo to put on the Instagram to be like, double pod day, guys, coming.
No, you're not. Why do you want to put pictures of us on the Instagram unedited?
I didn't take a picture of you.
Okay, good.
Some of us don't need to be edited. Some of us are
Some
ugly.
of us, yeah, you.
Some of us are ugly in public.
I loved the little closing number. Loved the little.
Don't tell me, tell the mic.
A cheesy what?
Don't tell me, tell the mic. You're like, I love the.
And then that gave me another sense memory. The end of any show, but really normally a musical or pantomime.
Yeah.
You just have to fucking clap for so long that your hands are stinging. So like you have to like clap all through the last number. And then it's like, oh wait, and now the main characters are going to come on and do their solo bit. And you've got to clap for them. And then ensembles, like you're literally clapping for like 25 minutes. And my little hands are just like bang, bang, bang.
And teeny tiny hands.
I think that's why they're so small.
Yeah. You've
I've literally
dropped
just
3 ring
clapped them-
sizes.
Clapped them away.
I used to fucking hate, let me tell you, oh my God, the way my blood is boiling as I say this. At the end of every panto, there's a thing called the song sheet, which is when they get kids up and you sing. It'll be like, Mary Had a Little Lamb. It'll be like the most basic song because it'll be full of 3 and 4 year olds. And normally the dame will get them up and it takes 15 to 20 minutes. And quite often they'd be like, oh, to get the kids up, to get the kids like riled up, like we want the adult dancers there. So you'd have to come on and it'd be like, they'd be like, London Bridge is falling down, and they'd get like this half of the room to do it and then this half of the room to do it. And who's louder? And it would take about 15, 20 minutes.
Why? The
every
show's over. Let us
fucking
go
time.
home.
And it's at the very end of the show. And it's like, all I want to do is get out of this jock strap and go fucking sit in my dressing room and sleep for
Chain smoke 50 Marlboro Reds.
yeah, literally. I just want to have like 9 Red Bulls to get me through the next show. Like, and you'd have to do it, and just all these annoying like kids running around, and that's truly why I never want to have kids. The worst. Let's talk runway category. Mirror. Is it even worth asking what you would wear? I wouldn't. I'd fucking throw my hands up and be like, can you employ someone to come up with some runway categories that are interesting?
God, can I employ someone to work on this pod who's going to think about an outfit instead of just throwing it in the bin?
Because the only reason why I say it is because we've already done. I checked because I was like, I know what I want to do, but I think I've said it before, and I checked, and I have said it before because we've already had Mirror before as a runway thing.
On UK or on All Stars?
It's on America, but still.
What is it then, bitch?
What I said before was the only mirror that I could think that was like slightly interesting was, Narcissus. Do you know the story of Narcissus?
Looking into the water.
Yeah, when he looked into the water and he fell in love with himself because he was so beautiful. I would do like a take on that because that's what the Narcissa flower. So I would be like naked, but like covered in. I would have like a big pool of water in front of me, like low.
So like opposite to Michael's postcard.
No, very similar to the postcard actually. I'd be in
No,
a
but
swimsuit.
opposite from the back to the front.
Yeah. And I'd have like a big pool, or maybe take a big mirror with me or something, and be covered in loads of Narcissa flowers, long flowing hair, and just look stunningly beautiful, because that's the whole point of the story. I guess.
Really, in the centre of all the flowers should be a little mirror so you can see your gorgeous reflection in all of the mirrors.
Yeah, or just entire body covered in mirror tiles.
Love it.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, when they said mirror, initially I just went, because I'm a thinker. I went, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? And I was like, oh, I'll be the fairest of them all. Like literally like.
The most pale.
Yeah. And like just be like almost like trying to be like translucent and like a weird see-through spectre. But then later on, one of them's like, oh yeah, some people really thought too much about this and you just want plain mirror. So I thought, okay, they think I'm getting too thinky. I'll give him a plain mirror look. Where is it? So I don't know why I came to this, but I thought of kind of like a mirrored silver flasher Mac and like hat. It's like a sort of as if you're going to flash, and then when you get to the end, you flash, but it's like a skin-coloured mirror suit. So it's like I'm flashing you, I'm naked, but it's still mirror. That's the furthest I could get, to be honest.
Wow. I'm waiting for a queen. I was waiting for a queen to come out like with like a mirror, just sort of like with. I feel like someone's actually done this now, as I say it, just like sort of like loads of like nasty words written on them. Do you know what I mean? Like just sort of faggot, ugly.
Your mate Coppertop did that last year.
No.
She wrote faggot. I shouldn't be saying that, sorry. She wrote the F word all over her.
She did.
It's just when I look at you with this contempt, it's hard for not to come out.
And RuPaul. And RuPaul was like, we don't like that word. And
Yeah.
Like, ooh, okay. No, but imagine like a mirror, sort of like, you know, like very, don't look at me. Very like, yeah, like
I am
ugly,
beautiful.
ugly, too hairy, too fat, too
Yeah.
like all written all over, and they're just like holding up a mirror, like these are the things I look when I see in the mirror.
I thought that's very Alexis Michelle
Yeah,
energy.
or very,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
so much secret whispering on the pod. We've never done this before, and now we're really into it.
I saw, which was one of the reasons, apart from the fact that they've got a AFAB queen on, is they did a fetish runway.
Oh,
That would be sick.
That's much more Dragula. I feel like they've done that
Yeah.
with Dragula. What would you do if you did fetish?
I would want to do some kind of like splooging. So maybe kind of in
Sploshing,
like,
do you mean?
the food one.
Yeah, sploshing.
Yeah. Well, splooging. Oh, that's Bugsy Malone, isn't it? The splooge guys.
Yeah.
So, you know, like when they have those like blow up like sumo suit things, like one of them, but clear. So you're like naked inside it, but then it's just like loads of food smeared all over the see-through plastic and stuff.
Love.
And maybe like a trail of gravy coming out from your ankle or something.
Yeah, that's good. I would probably do piss play.
How would you turn that into fashion?
Probably like a classic like white look, and then just like get like dark yellow paint, or like no, I quite like actually I would like to do something with actual liquid. Like that's
Yeah.
such a sick idea to be like in like a. Imagine if you were just like in like a super cunt outfit, and then you just had sort of like a plastic thing around your head that was just like full of. Full of like yellow water.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you just then, or like, imagine if you had like a breathing apparatus on, or
Ah!
like a or
like a gas mask full of piss.
no way, like
drip.
a drip that just like goes into your mouth, and you're just like you're just like walking down. That's the sort of shit I do. I like to bring my personal life into my drag.
Yeah, of course.
What
This is my story. My tattoos on my tail.
was the theme that you would love to see on the runway? Can I tell you mine?
Yeah.
I would love to see Night of 1,000 Soaps.
You can't just all of yours be Night of 1,000. You've had 2 Night of 1,000 so
soaps.
far. Fine.
I would like to see soaps, and I would go, you know, sort of Schiaparelli are doing this whole thing where everything is bijou, everything is like gigantic golden jewelry. I would do like a super like scrubber look, and then have like the biggest pair of door knocker earrings and goes Pat Butcher.
I don't think your themes are very fantastical. Yours are all a bit mundane.
I know, but we've done 6 series or whatever and done what we would wear. We've covered the fantastical. I just want to dress up like Pat Butcher.
But do that in your own time.
I'm doing it in my own. What do you think I'm up to tonight?
Shout out Fat Butcher, I guess.
Yeah, I love Fat Butcher. Yeah.
Right, runway. First up, Caramel.
Serving Beyonce drag.
Question.
Yeah.
If I made something now and I was like, I'm making this for Beyonce. If I never got it to her, but I made it with the intention for her and I wore it, can I be like, Beyonce, this was made for Beyonce?
If I was like, this wig that we're making right now, I'm making it for Beyonce. I don't know Beyonce.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone on her team, but I'm going to get it to her.
It's interesting, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's an interesting concept. Do you know, actually, we've got a few wigs up here and they are all...
Barbara Streisand.
Yeah.
I really liked the wig.
Her and Kiki Snatch made that together.
Did they? That's fucking cute. I can't really remember. It's
I've got it right here.
sort of like metal shards, isn't it? Mirror shards.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I really liked it. What did you think of the outfit?
It was fine.
Yeah.
Basically.
I gave it 7. I thought it was fun. I liked the beat.
Yeah, I'll give it 6.5.
Okay. Next up, we have.
I like the beat.
Was I having fun? That is the question. D Delicious giving us Bloody Mary. What are
That's
your
a Jane
thoughts?
Gage wig.
Really?
Do you know her?
Jane Gage?
Yeah.
Never even heard of her. Congrats.
Grange Age. What?
Fab.
It's annoying because yeah, this is like at least a thought out different idea.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool. I wish she had gone less with the kind of tattered period outfit and just gone a lot more kind of bloody and horror. She could have had like mirror shards that have like the faces of like, I was going to say dead children on, but that feels a bit much.
Good. No, fuck them. Fuck the kids.
But her Bloody Mary's victims, let's say, do you know what I mean? But
Agreed.
I'll give this a 7, I guess. It's not, I don't like it, but I can see someone's put effort into various different parts of it.
I also gave it a 7. It's not, it didn't get to where it needed to for me, but I thought it was good. Yeah. Next up, we have Vicky Vivacious.
Another Victoria Bobby for you.
Another Victoria Bobs.
I can't cope with
serving
this.
Hell's Angel.
What is it?
What in your head? What is a Hell's Angel?
Like, is that meant to be like the front of the motorbike?
Chassis.
I don't understand. Motorbikes are much slimmer than that. Why is this
Why are
your
your
thing?
legs so far apart?
Is this your thing? Like hips? Because them shoulders and them hips are not matching.
And that's the real question.
I'm
the real
sorry.
probo here.
I don't know if I've been skewed from her moves last week with Banksy, but I think this is
about.
insane.
It's fucking nuts, right? We've got to a point in drag. Sorry, I need to blow off some steam. We've got to a point in drag, with the drag costumes where it's just like they don't need to make sense. But if you get like, it's like if you just put huge shoulders on it, make it like that makes it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what is this? It's not an exciting avant-garde shape where you're like, oh, this. It doesn't. You can't.
Sorry, has it got a belt buckle on the bottom bit? Is it like the bottom of a leather jacket, the bottom of that thing?
And then like the jacket that doesn't fit properly with the boots, it's like them boots are just like the most fucking bog standard. Like you've got a £60 spot in a bar to do a couple of S&M numbers. Like, do you know what I mean? It ain't for me. I gave it a 3.
I'll give it a 3 also.
And also as well, you know how I feel about wearing a helmet. If you're going to be wearing a helmet, I was literally just about to say, unless you are serving like horse bit
perfection.
Yeah, it's like.
I'm obsessed with Gigi.
Oh my God. I know,
she got this really cool top. Actually, I wanted it. She did this drop like last Halloween and this merch, and this got this like one sort of t-shirt that I want so bad.
Oh, get it, baby. Treat yourself. Yeah. What did you give it?
3.
Yeah. Next up, we have Banksy serving Dominatrix.
I love my Angel Banksy, but I'm a bit sick of seeing Mugler things on the runway now.
I don't think this is Mugler inspired.
On Spilling the Tea podcast, they put side by side with the 2 different Mugler things that it looks very similar to.
I need to have a look at this because I think Mugler has become since its sort of renaissance, I think it's become synonymous with anything that is remotely structured. You could say that the Vicky Vivacious thing is like Mugler inspired. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, obviously it's not, but like, I feel like...
Yeah, look, they've put it... There's definitely like parts of that's like, you can see they've taken it from, and that as well. Like, I feel like it's not so it's like
I do agree
a copy, but it's definitely...
Sure, inspired by it. I do agree with the, obviously the bug look where they all came in with
wearing the same sunglasses as well.
Yeah, there's probably references to that, but I think I don't think you could say something is Mugler inspired because it is like a sort of blazer with strange proportions, because it's like the majority of girls' looks these days are like that.
But that is like synonymous with Mugler though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, unless you did the first like latex things in the colours or whatever, you'd be like, that's clearly a Mugler like reference. But I think just because it is a blazer with exaggerated hips or whatever, it's like you can't just say that is Mugler. And I think it never would have unless Michelle or whoever it was like, oh, Mugler, as it came out. It's like boring. It's like saying anything.
I mean, that's literally what the thing I first thought.
It's just, I just mean that it's like, it obviously has shades of it, but it's like saying anytime someone comes out in tartan, being like, oh my God.
I mean, it's very Vivienne Westwood.
Very Vivienne Westwood. Or anytime anything comes out with like slightly avant-garde makeup, being like, oh, McQueen. It's very McQueen. Anything with feathers, McQueen. Just like so tired.
So what do you reckon?
I gave it an 8. That cheeky surprise butt at the end really made it for me.
Oh, I forgot about the butt. Yeah. I'll give it a 7. She has different hair on the gram and she doesn't say who either are by.
Okay. I'm going to guess that she might have done that hair herself on the runway, because all of her hair is done by your mate. What's her name?
Florencia.
And Yeah, all of her other wigs have been much more structured. So she's changed it with the photo. Maybe that wasn't. Okay, what did you give it? 7. Next up, we have Tamara Thomas serving Chrome. This is from
Tamara, I love you, but I've seen this.
This is from the Jujubee School of All Stars runway packages. Just like I had it in my
Who's done this? Raja's done it in gold, I think. I feel like
literally
about 6, 7 people have done
and also
it.
as well, it's like when Taste came down in that silver. Do you remember she had a sort of like silver sort of animatronic thing?
Yeah,
it was very similar, and it was like much more high end, much more detailed and stuff. It's like this is literally just like shin pads.
Yeah, and there's like so much body, like, especially when she turns around, that it's just like the back is just like straps. Like it's
and then
not it's not like you're a full. Like with that thing, you want to literally be having everything covered apart from the joints, so you look like a full like that Japanese artist, the metal cyborg honeys. Oh, we had on our list to go to his exhibition and we forgot.
What's their name? I know it. It's like the biomech guy, isn't it?
I wouldn't call it biomech. I don't think there's much bio in there.
I'll find out afterwards. I know who you're talking about. We'll put it on the pod. Next up, we have Kate B.
How much would you give Tamara?
I gave it
3. I'll give it.
Oh no, that's a lie. I gave it 4. Sorry,
I'll give it a 5.
I gave it 4. Next up, we have Kate B serving Phantom. I just put unsure ?
Serving hair styled by vodka.
Love. We should get vodka on the pod. I feel like they'd be so cute. Such a cute interview.
I don't know Phantom, so I can't speak to this as a reference, but I really don't like
what it was referring
the fashions.
To. You weren't into.
I like her from the face. The neck up. Yeah. I like that she's, like she said, she's the first look she's done where she's not been. All right, Russell.
Sorry, Mr. Brand.
Russell Tovey.
Look at you with your gay references.
You still need to watch American Horror Story New York.
I've watched it, bitch.
Oh, all right.
I quite liked him in it. He's fine.
I liked him with a moustache.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how she was just giving straight up glamour. There was no kind of at the end.
Yeah, there was no cheeky.
Yeah, but I really like Kate, so I don't want to have to keep tearing her apart on the runway, but she will come down it in these creations, and I don't know what I'm to do.
Listen, you can separate the art from the artist, you know.
Lead a horse to water.
I was unsure about this. I thought that again, all of the things that you said, I'm glad she's like, look, I just want to come out and... What I will not stand for is Kate slander, but also I will not stand for... She's clearly like, I'm just going to come down and feel really beautiful. That's what she was, the tea that she was serving.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm just going to come down and I'm serving glamour, I'm serving woman, like whatever her tea is. And I feel like some of the comments and stuff is maybe robbing her from just like saying that.
I felt like she did kind of say that though.
Good. I kind of felt there was a bit tepid, that she was a bit like, she wasn't really, she was like, do you know what?
Picture, she looks fucking gorgeous.
I think she is gorgeous. And I, do you know what, the outfit is a bit, not dated, that's not the right word. It's a bit like it's not. I would like a bit more.
It's a bit costumey, I think.
Yeah. But I liked it. I still give it a 6.
Yeah, I'll give it a 6.
Okay. Next up, we have Ginger serving Reflective.
How funny!
How funny! Tell the divas.
Basically, for the last year up until August, we were working on this project. And we had to design some costumes, and the costume that we designed for me to wear was basically based on the same exact Schiaparelli reference that Ginger's was.
Quality street with an attitude.
Yeah, bad attitude. So, yeah, lovely to see her in this. The
exact same dress.
Venus Envy wig is
We need to put up a photo.
So
we'll
gorgeous.
put up a photo of you in your one.
Yeah, I was trying to find the one that Lucinda took. Maybe we shared it on Truffle Pigs, I think, so maybe it'll be in our archive.
I've got a nice one.
Remains to be seen. I really hated my makeup.
Yeah, well, never let a straight person do drag makeup.
Well, yeah, we hired an amazing makeup artist, and then they couldn't do it, and then they recommended someone else who couldn't do it, and then they recommended someone else, but the producer, in inverted commas, didn't tell us any of this, so we just got there on the day, and it's like these people that were very nice, but they were like, oh, I'm more scared to do this than celebrity makeup because I've never done drag makeup before. It's like, brilliant.
And I really liked them. They were really good.
Yeah, I had a bit of a crush on her. Do you remember? I was like,
yeah. They were really good makeup artists, but it just like doing a drag face is so fucking personal. It takes like so long for you to work out what your face suits, and it's like that you could never just sit down and be like, unless you like do drag makeup all the time, you can never sit down and be like, right, okay, lid space, nose, height, cheekbones, like working out the mapping of the face and be like what you need in drag is so different for everyone. And yeah, I don't think it's very hard to find anyone that does your drag makeup better than you do, right?
Well, no, Lucy, our first person. She's fucking great.
Well, but Lucy's an absolutely insane makeup.
So of course, yeah, love this. Although
someone said that they look like the wardrobe from Beauty and the Beast. We'll put a bit of trouble on the board.
Yeah, that's good. For me, something's turning me off about that kind of that purple with the holographic like AB gold metallic.
Do we think this was an existing dress that they had made? That's what I'm seeing a lot of people. I'm seeing a lot of people say that.
Well, maybe because it's not. You wouldn't see that and be like mirror runway.
Yeah.
But would you think that about most of the other people? Not really.
I don't know. But I get the feeling that I get the feeling that's what it was.
I give this a 8. I think 7.5, 8.
I gave it an 8 also because I just absolutely fucking love her. But let's talk Zinger and Minger.
What about your little good girl, Michael Maruli?
Oh, fuck. Sorry, I haven't got... Oh, my God. Sorry. And serving...
The Ice King himself.
And serving Wigan Pride. It's Michael Maruli. Thoughts?
I mean, I absolutely hate it, but it's like... It's so fucking just drag, isn't it? Like, he can do no wrong for me. Even if I hate it, I love it because it's just him doing his thing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give that a 7.
Wow. I put same old. Have you seen Michael Maruli on X Factor?
No.
I'm going to put a clip on the pod. Michael Maruli on
You better be writing this down because
I've been writing it down every time.
Good, because you do like to forget.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Michael Maruli was on X Factor and he went on and he was in a mirrored jacket,
Yeah.
a mirrored cap that said MM, obviously, big chunky mirrored perspex. And he did a full dance routine and Mel B turned around and said, "Where's Mel B from?"
Mel B.
Is she Birmingham? No. I feel like maybe she is.
Leicester or something.
Where is Mel B from? Is she's
She
not.
don't talk like...
No. Like Leeds. Is she from Leeds? No.
Maybe.
She was like, oh, I feel like I'm at a tacky discoteca in Magaluf or somewhere. Wait, after Michael Maruli. She had his number.
Wow.
This for me is...
I'm just trying to find the...
Where Mel B's from.
No. The line that Michael says about fashion. I didn't like men with bad fash. Gives me the ick. I get a rash. Okay, I'm Greek. I'm bad. You're a big ball sack. And there's no way you're getting inside her. There you go. So,
wow, the spirit of Michael Maruli was truly in the room.
Just
then.
remember, you're talking about mirrored jackets. You don't like men with bad fash.
Doesn't like men with bad fash. And he is...
I'm going to start calling fashion fash from now on.
He might be the worst dresser we've had so far, but that's remains to be seen. I gave this a 2, which I think is maybe the first time I've given a 2. This is, to me... This is... when
At least there's a lot of separate parts. It's not just like a silver liter. There's bits gone on.
That is the costume for a... that in a Pant-Oh, that is a costume for a bad... That's a villain costume in a Pant-Oh.
Well, no wonder I like it then.
Well, of course.
Well, I don't like it.
No, not at all. But do you know who do like?
He's got Georgie B's
Michael Maruli
handbag there.
Yeah.
The
Oh my God. And hasn't he come out
as
as well with another like a hanging ball on a string or something?
It is a fact.
That a lady doth need a shuriken or whatever that fucking is. Okay, let's talk Zinger and Minger.
Does it brighten up your world? Is it a zinger? Does it make you want to hurt? Is it Minger? Zingers and mingers.
Sorry, I'm obsessed with that. I can't believe you just knuckled down in the studio and made that musical masterpiece.
Thank you.
So good.
It's a lot of AI, to be honest. I've been an AI pioneerer.
Yeah. Let's talk Zinger and Minger. What was your zing?
My zinger was Ginger's.
Me too, the peachy waves.
So gorgeous.
I believe that is a Venus Envy, and that's why it's so gorgeous.
I've already told you it's a Venus Envy when we did the runway.
Did you?
Yeah.
Thank you. I've only got so much room for information in my brain, and you know it'd be falling
You're filling
out.
it with silly maths facts.
What was your Minger?
My Minger had to be Banksy's. It was a bit too
Mine
stringy,
too.
but not in a Girls of the Playboy Mansion kind of way, just
No.
way.
No.
Lackluster.
I needed a bit more Bridget Marquardt Banksy, I just wish the cunt fringe was a bit more refined and it looked a bit like a sort of like, you know, the heavy fringe that many girls have that start at the very back of their head in like primary school.
Yeah.
It's a bit like that, needs a bit of thinning out. And that's why I can't believe that I think it was just maybe a bit of an afterthought, that one.
Maybe.
But yeah, not very into it. Let's talk critiques.
Well, the safe queens are Kamara, and they go backstage and then get to be all of, well, you know, if we hadn't given up our parts, we'd probably be in the top. But, you know, hey ho.
Yeah.
Like, maybe they would. Do you think that they had different parts?
Absolutely not.
Do you think Tamara would have been a better dick?
Maybe. I believe.
I don't think better, but I feel like
she would have been as good.
Could have been a good run.
Yeah, I think actually Tamara probably. The thing is that Tamara is just very fucking good. She's very good all round. She's very good on stage.
And
she's
got
funny.
The Pant-Oh theory.
Yeah, she has. Like, and I. But there's no way that I think Cara would have touched Ginger. To be honest, I had a real epiphany here. Close up, Dee Dee in that gothic paint looked exactly like. No. Sigourney Beaver. Her paint was so like it. I'm going to put a photo up and you're going to...
I know Sigourney's paint's always kind of the same though.
Oh,
she just... Well, no, but she... Like, it's not as...
It's called a signature look, Lukey.
But it's not as like paint... I feel like hers is quite like... She'll have like a eyeliner and maybe like a green eyeshadow, but it's not like in-depth paint like
her
Dee
face
Dee's
looked
is.
like hers. No, but Dee Dee didn't have it. It was the first time that Dee Dee's had in the, you know, when she was the Bloody Mary thing.
Yeah.
She had the contacts in and then some like sort of like eye shape, but she didn't have brows, she didn't have nose contour or anything. And I was like, that is Sigourney Beaver.
Well, I'll ask you to put up a comparison because I
Do you know
don't
what?
believe you.
I've put it on the list.
Lovely. Seeing Danny LaRue in your first Pant-Oh is pretty good gay points, isn't it?
That is.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have loved to see Danny LaRue in a Pant-Oh.
Danny LaRue, number 2. So classic that he has a bingo rhyme named after him.
Yeah, I'd like one. 3, Barney.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
No, but 3, Lukey.
Barney and Lukey, 33. So, should we move to Untucked?
Please, I have got no notes for Untucked.
Oh, really? One of my favourite things I love about Dee Dee is when she's like, oh, I really didn't do well, she will never just leave it there. She's like, do you know who also... She came in straight away and was just like, it's going to be me and... Who did you say was in the bottom?
Banksy, but I mean, 100%.
Yeah, it was. But she was just like, rather than just be like, oh, yeah, I think I'm going to be in the bottom. She's like, it's going to be me and Banksy. It's like, oh, don't bring my name into it. I know that I was... She just always like...
I don't know. I feel like they were like, so none of you are fucking talking. What happened?
Yeah.
And then she's like, well, we're in the bottom.
But it's like, at this point, they haven't said who's in the bottom. So it's
It
like,
is obvious.
but it seems like unnecessary beef. Do you know what I mean? It's like, well, like, you don't need to say who else you think is the worst because it's like, you're going to find out soon in a second. I don't know. It just
I've seen that about her in other moments, but I don't agree necessarily in this one because I feel like it was so obvious.
Let me tell you who is straight up fucking Delulu. Vicky Vivacious just being like, do you know what? Fuck, I was actually really good. Like, I think it's going to be me and Michael.
I mean, she did get very good critiques, but to just completely the erasure of Ginger and Kate is mental.
She got good critiques, like they were positive, but it's
Graham
only...
or what's his name said you were my favourite in the show.
Yeah, but like when you look at the actual context of the critiques, like they were like, yeah, we really liked you, we thought you were fun, you had good energy, whatever. And then they were like, to Ginger, they were like, you were absolutely fantastic. Like,
But like we said
the
earlier,
words
she hears something, she's just waiting for anything to latch onto, and then it's like, yep.
the
great.
words that they use are very important, and they were like, they were just, it was in, like Ginger's critiques were in a whole completely different universe to everyone else's. They were like, you were so,
I
RuPaul.
didn't really pick on that.
100%.
I wasn't.
RuPaul was like,
Michael
you were
was gonna win.
fantastic.
I didn't think that from the comments that it was 100% going to be
That's because you've got
Ginger.
the Michael Maruli rose tinted glasses on. You just love him so much.
Maybe, but yeah, I was like, I thought Ginger got good comments, but like I didn't think she got overly more than the other 3 who were like
she
the top.
she definitely did. 100%. They were just like the words that were used. Maybe it's just because it was from RuPaul, but they definitely like the way that she was spoken about was completely different to, I think, personally. Then, yeah, I was just really surprised because she just so blatantly counted Ginger out when her feedback was so amazing. It's like, that's quite a bold thing to do. Just be like, it would be me and Michael. And it's like, wow, okay.
But Kate as well.
But yeah, I mean, 100%. But it's like, Ginger is who won. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I would have also put Kate. I would have put Kate way before I would have put Vicky. But it's just mad because it's like, again, it goes back to show you that it's like, someone like Vicky has counted Ginger and her drag out from the very beginning.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, 100%. Like she
hasn't slipped up in any way.
But then why would you, like, that's what I mean. Like, it's like, there's no way that you would think, I think that she thinks because her and Michael do a similar sort of drag and similar sort of thing, that she really rates Michael. But it's like, how could, you were just not fucking listening if you thought that you and Michael got better critiques than Ginger and that you did better. So it's like, I think she's kind of counted her out. That's my personal take on it. Not in love with the girlies coming for Kate Butch either. I thought that guy...
What did they say?
It really does grind my gears, girlies. I just, to be honest, for 5 episodes now, they've really been discounting out Kate Butch, and I'm not here for it. But let's go talk about the winners, because can you tell us who was kicked out and who was the winners, who was the bottoms?
Yeah, Kate, Vicky, and Michael are safe. Ginger is the winner, and then Banksy and Dee Dee have to lip sync to "I Dream a Dream." What's that from? Because it ain't no fucking memory.
Oh my fucking God. What? I was literally, again, sitting watching with a heterosexual. The ears prick up. And they're like, what is this? The idea that some of you might get like Donna Summer. Some of you might get to leave your cake out in the rain. Yeah. And then others get fucking Susan Boyle's version of I Dreamed a Dream. Like Memory, you just don't catch the musical. Fair.
And by all accounts, that's a banger of a song.
That's a fucking diva anthem.
Yeah.
I Dreamed a Dream. I mean, to be fair.
What's it from?
Les Mis.
Never seen it.
I had a dream. To be honest, it probably could be sick if you had the right people doing it. Because I imagine as well that if you had the wrong people doing Memory, would also be absolutely shit.
I
God.
just remember like the arms standing up. Like the hairs on my arms standing up, just like
Same.
Tace just literally just like did this one thing where she like lifts her arms up or something. I was just like, oh my God.
Never before has a woman lifted her arms with such grace and majesty.
Oh, there's we have to watch
I just
it
literally,
afterwards.
I sat there the whole time thinking, what in the holy hell is going on? Like, I dreamed a dream and it's like, it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't do anything. Like,
Where's the swell?
yeah, like, give me some fucking swell. Like, make my arm hairs stand up.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this isn't, although I will say, I thought Dee Dee did quite well with it. It's hard.
Well, yeah, my thoughts were like, even though it was on telly, Banksy was doing it like for an intimate, close TV show, and Dee Dee was literally doing it for the back row. And like Banksy was being very like stoic, and it just needed more. It was reminding me of when Monet played.
I was literally
straight,
just about to say that.
and it's like, yeah, just playing it so straight and narrow down the middle, and then so, like. I'm not going to compare what Dee Dee did to Naomi's because Naomi was fantastic. But just like, it's Drag Race. Remember that. Like, you can't just stand there and deliver a straight performance.
Yeah, it's like people don't want to see like earnest and sincere.
No.
Like, it's because it's like the song can't be that.
Even Dee Dee doing the little sort of giving you like such like acting in the face, but then being silly, like doing the little piano bits.
They want the Pant-Oh version.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So I wasn't, I found it tough. But I don't... It wasn't a win for anyone, let's be honest. Like, having to lip sync to Subo is not a win.
No.
In any way, shape or form. But I do think that they did okay.
Yeah. I was sad to see my Banksy go, but Dee Dee did beat her.
Yeah.
I didn't like it when she would cut to the confessional. She's like, sorry, Banksy, you're an icon, but I am going to like...
murder you.
Something. And I was like, oh.
I just thought as well, like...
No one's murdering anyone in a Subo.
Yeah. Absolutely. And also as well, like... I just don't... There's a way to talk about the competition which isn't like, you're fucking going down, cunt. Do you know what I mean? It's like, It's like at the end...
You just talk about how good you're going to be without bringing the other person into it.
And also, like, at the end of the day, like... The competition will be over and all you'll have is the sisterhood. All you'll have, they are your friends, they are your sisters. I just think, like, if you want to be cunt or whatever, just be like, I'm going to fucking, like, I love you, but I'm going to fucking kill this or whatever. Not like, I'm going to fucking destroy you.
Yeah,
like,
make it about yourself rather than someone else.
Yeah. I mean, let's not. She's young and people do that all the time.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not holding anything up against anyone.
No,
Even if I'm like, that fucking bitch, how dare she? I don't actually care.
If I told you you had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me?
Oh, don't bring Britney into this.
Should we talk Rose and Thorn?
Yes.
The rose and thorn, the rise and the fall.
Oh, in this good life that we lead. What was your thorn, my babe?
They were so basic this week. My rose was the Pant-Oh, and my thorn was that my sweet baby left, and I loved her extra little runway she gave us.
Wow, really not one brain cell between them ears, is there?
No.
I loved the Pant-Oh.
I was sad when my friend went.
Don't worry, because your babe over here, just as basic. I really loved that Ginger finally got her moment. I fucking love Ginger so much. I don't know, like, I love her. And I'm just so glad that you can tell that, again, oh my God.
I
that
turn it
fucking
off?
vintage ringtone going
Yeah, I
off.
brought Kick back in.
You can tell that sort of, we've entered a world of Drag Race.
I just realised I've just hung up on my dad, who is truly just waking up from having his stoma bag unremoved and his arsehole connected back to his intestine. So remind me to call him back.
Yeah, I think that's probably important. Shout out.
Gianfranco.
We're entering in a world of Drag Race where people love like cunt, like people love a good like long bust down, like, and I feel like girls that don't serve like your, I was going to say taste once again, that don't serve just like model beauty, they have to fight a bit harder. But ultimately, as an audience, that's what we want to. We want people to make us laugh and be silly and give us fun. Do you know what I mean? And often the girls that are serving cunt are not serving fun.
Yeah.
And I just love it when she's kind of like stumbled a bit to get to her feet. 'Cause she's like, I'm not choreo girl, I'm not this, but like it's like, I'm good. I'm very glad that she just got her moment to do what she does well.
Like, see, I
which is
told
that.
ya.
Yeah, and it's like I'm a fucking front runner, and she is one of my front runners. So putting that in your pipe and smoke it. My thorn was, in true basic fashion, I was very sad to see Banksy go.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like she could have given us many more moments. I feel like she probably had some fucking great outfits. And it's nice to see them on the Instagrams, but I'd like to see them on the runway. And she also was like a lot of heart.
Yeah.
A lot of heart.
I just love a sort of...
A tall bitch.
just a sort of, what's it called? Not downbeat, but like a...
I don't know.
She's very kind of like sarcastic.
Yeah, very real. She's a real girl. Real hair, real boobs.
Yeah.
She's northern. That's why. That's down, but it's fucking grim up north. She's
So
probably
we've
from
heard.
Salford. But yeah, love the girls. And do you know what? That's that family Gorgeous. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
The Gorgeous fam. They are really putting the work in now, because now it'll be, we've had Dr. Cheddar Gorgeous. We've had Banksy. We're about to get Miss Anaphylactic on Dragula.
What was that, season 5 now? 6?
Yes, maybe. Starts tomorrow.
Oh.
Very exciting. And yeah, and I believe that now we've only got Licorice Black, Miss Licorice Black, and is Her Royal Highness Lil part of that gang? I believe she is. And then Titty Bang, but I'm sure she would absolutely not want to be part of it.
Maybe not, no.
But I'd like to see the full dynasty.
Well, they've got their own reality show, so
They do.
they've already been on TV, all of them.
True, and on their own terms, which is much better. And on the Beeb originally, no?
I don't know. Maybe
Love it.
ITV or...
Right, girls.
I don't know.
Now that we're fighting back in our good health, we'll see you in a week.
Next time on Drag Race,
Oh, go on.
it's Snatch Game.
Oh.
And finally, some judges I recognise, so
Who?
that's nice.
Who was it?
Alexandra Burke and Carol Vorderman, I believe.
Love. Okay.
So I just want to say, please like and share and subscribe, and
Yeah.
free Palestine, I guess.
Yeah.
From the land to the sea, Palestine must be free.
Right. Love you. Speak to you later. Bye.